Hi, Sam. For some reason... Oh, there we go. The chat is coming through. It appears on the stream, on the chat box before it actually appears in the chat window. How strange. Oh, apologies. My allergies seem to have just kicked off all of a sudden. Ah. Whew. How we doing, man? You good? You're working in Ishgard, are you doing that, are you? The restoration thing? I've not done any of that. Because to be honest, I never do any of the, what you call it? Can't even think of the word now. I can't even think... You know what? I'm going to move this around. I'm going to move this around. Gonna have that there. Why can't I pick up the chat box? That's why. Working, lol. Sorry, pre-coffee. Oh! Hey, I'm dying.
Until our friend returns.
Not sure if it'd work there. Try it. See where it lines up. See where it lines up with the UI. Hope you well anyway, man. Sorry, I've completely lost the plot all of a sudden.
This town certainly has changed.
How? You'll be fine once you've had your coffee, mate. You'll be fine. Oh. It's been a long time since I've streamed as well. You'll have to let me know if the game audio's okay. Oh. I did use a green screen last time, but yeah. I don't really like using the green screen. Oh.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be.
And I haven't played this for like a month or more.
If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten.
Become what you must. I can't wait to start playing Endwalker, man. It's gonna be so good.
Become the warrior of darkness.
You've been playing every day. Yeah. Almost every day. Whew. I can't remember what I was doing, mate. I'm such a casual. I am such a casual. Sorry, I shouldn't be doing that snorting. It's horrible. Oh. Where it's come from. Yeah, I mean, I've even put my Xbox up for sale, mate. I've just got no interest in playing anything. And the games that well, the one game that I'm probably going to play coming up is Halo Infinite, and my laptop can run it fine, so... If an Xbox One can run it, my laptop can run it fine. Why the hell am I here? My PS4 has been neglected since the day I got it. It's been terrible. It's probably the most neglected console I've ever had. Even the Switch has probably been used more, but then that's been sold as well, so... I've nearly sold everything. I can't fucking see the UI here very well. What was I even doing? Yeah, the One X, we've got the One X downstairs as a sort of media thing for the TV, so we use all the apps and stuff for it, like Disney Plus and Sky Go and things like that. PS4 has a faulty disk drive, so I just don't see the point in actually selling it. Works most of the time, but sometimes it has a weird issue. So it's the Series S that I'm actually selling. Trying to sell. I've sold it 5 times on eBay, and every time somebody's cancelled or said they didn't have the money, or been somewhere where I can't post it to them. Even after telling them that I can't post it to them, they still bid on it and won it. People are fucking morons, basically. Yeah. Are the audio levels okay for you, mate, as well? You can hear the game okay, I'm assuming. I don't know what I was doing here. eBay's a nightmare now. Absolute nightmare. Nope, can't remember what I was doing here. No idea. I'm only on 53 FPS. What the hell? What the hell's that happened? Cool, Mom. That's better. Oh, shit. Oh, mate, I really want to get one, but I'm just not going to be able to. Which makes me really sad. Really, really sad. Just about looks alright, I think. Oh, well done. Duty list. I have the Pixel 6 on order, mate. Don't have to pay anything on it for 6 months, or up to 6 months. As long as I pay it off in 6 months, no interest or anything added. So, I have a Pixel 6 ordered. It's in sort of seafoam, of course, because I'm obsessed with that color. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get the Duo 2. Technically, I could get it because there's 2 years finance, but it's a case of whether my other half can get the finance, and also whether there's just too many things on finance at the minute. I mean, my laptop is, you know, like 68 pounds a month or something like that as it is, so, and I only got that in March, so I think I'm gonna have to wait on the Duo 2, which is really killing me inside a little bit, because I really want the Duo 2 and I really want to try foldables and I really want to cover it on my channel. My Duo 2 video, my only Duo 2 video that's on my my YouTube channel, it's the best video I've ever had in terms of viewership and whatever. I mean, it's just at 2,000 views. For a channel of my size, I'm really, really happy with it. And I want to do more of Duo 2 content because of the people that I've got on board from that, but I can't, I'm not going to be able to do it for a while anyway. Unless I somehow get a standard Duo cheap. But we'll see, we'll see. You don't think you'll grab the Pro? Yeah, I honestly don't think the Pro is worth the money. I don't think it's worth the upgrade. Well, that really doesn't work, does it? I'm gonna move that again. I'm gonna keep that over there. Yeah, the Duo 2 is definitely calling to me. I mean, it's not competitive. I mean, it's like, it's just ridiculous. Like wasn't the Pixel 5 like more expensive or around the same price? I like. You know, people laughed at me, Sam. People laughed at me when I put a tweet out going back months before we had any leaks of price or anything else, when not much was known. I was like, I reckon they'll price the standard 6 at $6.99 and the Pro at $8.99. And everyone was like, "Oh no, the Pixel, they've gone premium this time. It's gonna be more. The Pro will be over 1,000 and the standard will be like £900. That went well, didn't it? Just saying. My argument was that the fact that they've got Tensor, they're getting it from Samsung, it'd be a lot cheaper than Qualcomm. And the fact they'll be using sort of older cores and stuff, I thought they could get the price down, and they've done that and more, so it's crazy to think that that's actually cheaper than the Pixel 5. I mean, the Pixel 5 was okay. I wouldn't have bought one. And I'm still very, very happy with the 4XL. I am going to be doing some comparison videos and some other stuff on there as well. They are. They are. It's not even just general consumers. I wouldn't even call them general consumers, to be honest, Sam. These are people that call themselves techies. You know, in their profiles, it's always like, I'm into my tech. Tech fanatic. Tech fan. I like tech. They haven't got a fucking clue. Most of the time, anyway. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a complete expert on things, but I feel like I've got a much better understanding of things than a lot of people. I think the Duo 2 is such a big upgrade over the standard Duo that I think you should get that. I actually, I have the feeling that I'm gonna get this Pixel 6, and whilst I'm gonna really like it, I am not gonna find it to be that different to having a Pixel 4 XL. Performance-wise, it should be better. The camera will be better. But will I really notice it? I mean, I'm still going to be downgrading on screen. I'll be going from 1440p down to 1080p. Still 90 Hz. Better battery, sure. Ultra wide instead of zoom. But, yeah. We'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. Yeah, I mean, I've had to do a hard reset on it last night because there were still some bugs from the betas, Twitter crashing, that sort of stuff. So I did a full reset on it last night, and it's running a lot nicer now. So that seems to have sorted it out. Which is nice. It couldn't be found. So what's happened to my sword? Where's that gone? Have I accidentally got rid of it? So I don't know, mate. It's up to you. I mean, I feel like the Duo 2 is going to be... Do you run the Duo more than anything anyway? I got the Scholar to level 80. Insufficient. Come on. Right, so if say you got a Duo 2 and you've got a camera system on there, would that make, especially considering you use the Duo more than anything anyway? So you're purchasing the Duo 2 anyway. I'd stick with the 4A. Did you say it's the 4A 5G or just a standard 4A? God, I'm dying. Don't know where these allergies come from sometimes. Yeah. Tricky one, isn't it? If it's a 4A 5G... Yeah, difficult one. Depends how much you can get for it, I suppose. Like, they're still selling the Pixel 4a here. Which is about... You know, it's just over half the price of the 6, which is really weird. I thought they might lower the price of that, to be honest. But if you can get 300 for a 485G, that's half your money for the 6 already. Hmm. Yeah. Tough one. But then you've got to think as well, if you get the pre-order in, you're getting those Bose headphones. And you can sell them. And then you've pretty much paid it off. Just from that. Oh yeah, the software's definitely going to be sketch. I mean, cameras-wise, the hardware isn't as good as what's in a Pixel, like the current Pixels. But it's going to be very similar to a sort of Sony experience, but without the tuning. You're not going to get very good. I imagine the HDR's not going to be fantastic. I would expect them to be a little bit soft looking, terrible nighttime performance. There's not really going to be any computational photography in there at all because they just haven't kept up with things. Windows Phone would have been good right now. You know? That would have been great. Oh, that's what I was doing. I think. I was doing something. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think in terms of, other than Pixel, because obviously Pixel, Google went a really weird direction with Pixel last year because they didn't have Tensor ready in time. But like, I kind of feel like the Duo 2 is the biggest sort of year-over-year upgrade compared to any other phone, in my opinion. My other half using my chair and taking this off. Oh, chew. Big sniz. Used a 1520 for 3 days last week. I'm wanting to get a 1520 back. But at the same time, I'm wary because I know I want to... I need money to get other bits and bobs. I mean, I've got this... Rhodium from Periodic Audio that I need to try. But I need some headphones first. I actually don't have any earphones or headphones that I can plug into it. So I need to get... I want to get something half decent. I want to get a fairly decent set of IEMs. And that's where the cost of the Lumia would have come in, because I could get a Lumia... I can get a Lumia 1520 in green right now, or white, for about £70. So that would have been really nice. That would have been really nice. Oh, he's done the post as well. I see it. I see it, Sam. I see it. Although that just makes you look really old. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. KZ, CSM Pro's 30 quid. Wow. You'll have to link me to him. In fact, let me just have a look for him now. While we're here. While we're here. What was it? Oh. KZ ZSN. Pros. Oh, right, okay. 21 quid. I am old, mate. 21 quid. That's crazy. Oh, we got blue as well. Well, silver with blue. They look pretty good. So what's the difference between the KZ ZSN Pros and... Oh, the Linsol KZ ZS10 Pros. Is that a different brand? God knows. So many Chinese brands as well, it's just confusing. I was 12 in 1986. Mate, I wasn't even born. I was born 1987. I need to blow my nose. Back in a sec. Mate, so bunged up. Well, I'm not bunged up, I'm just like nasal. I embrace it, mate. I mean, I'm 34 next month, so I feel like I'm getting to the point where I feel old. I mean, I've probably got the body of a 50 or 60-year-old anyway. Man. So £21. Just to show you. You're talking these. Yeah. Might get the silver and blue though. Or the black. They look pretty good. Must say. Pretty good. Hey Greg, how we doing, buddy? How you feeling today? £21 are a steal, right. I will get them added to my list, and oh, there's a 5% off voucher as well. So, yeah. Another quid off. Call it 20 quid. Mouth hurts. It's gonna hurt for a while, I think, mate. Right, I'm gonna jump into I can't even talk. A roulette. We're just gonna relearn how to play. It's been a while. Know what I mean? Guitar Ravel! I'll take it. Love it. This is like one of my favorite Shadowbringers dungeons. Are you all good though, Greg? I've got a Pixel 6 ordered, mate. Yeah. Seafoam superiority. Dying. I apologize. I feel like my mouse isn't working. Pixel back up to the Jew. Definitely. Definitely, dude. Yeah, I haven't got mine from Google. I've actually got it from Currys, which is like just a third-party electronics retailer. Easy. But I've got mine on 6 months buy now pay later, Greg. Boom. Oh, sorry. These guys seem to know what they're doing, so I'm expecting them to know how to deal with this. Thanks, man. I'm glad you like it. I've got some recordings on my Only Dance that you can just listen to whenever you want. So I know it's a turn on for a lot of people. Sun toss. Yep. All for that ASMR. That's why I quit streaming generally, because I thought I'd go into full-time ASMRing. Oh. Next. Next up. What classing that are you running at a minute, Sam? Dancer's fun. Dancer is a lot of fun. It's really good because most of the gear goes with the Bard as well. Did you say you were doing Bard before? Oh, you're on Red Mage. Astrologian's apparently one of the more difficult, The Astrologian? Yeah, it is. It's one of the more difficult, healers. Ah, that was it. Well, the good thing is if you level, if you level, Dancer, like, all the gears, great for... It's just the same for Bard, really. Guide to 35, cool. Oh. Like I did the game thing that you did. And mine's actually Final Fantasy VIII. Game that was out when I was 12 years old. Final Fantasy VIII. What a fucking time. And playing Gunbreaker and using moves that are from Final Fantasy VIII. Quality. I love it. You like healing. Healing's quite fun, but it's quite intense. And it gets quite... It gets difficult later on because obviously there's so much pressure on it. I just find it too stressful. Yeah, I fucking love 8. 8's... Even though 7 was my first, I related more to 8. I felt like I related more to Squall than Cloud, for instance. Triple Triad was awesome. So it's creating this as well. Triple Triad and this is great. You get the exact same music as well. Which I absolutely love. Yeah, buddy. I think that comes a little bit later, maybe. I can't quite remember. I very rarely used it anyway, even though I probably should. I'm not the person to listen to when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV. Even though I've played it for so long. Hey, Barky lad, how are you doing, man? Hail the glorious egghead. That is I. All hail me. How's it going, man? Good to see thee. Okay, another boss fight. Oh! He's out. Have it, you slag. How's things, Barky, mate? Yeah, I've not been bad at my... I've been really bad with allergies this last week. Not entirely sure why, but... But other ways, I'm pretty good. How about thee? There you go. Greg's got it. Got it down. It's just allergies, mate. I mean, other than that, I'm great. You know? I can't complain at all. I really can't. Motherfucker. Oshk. I didn't want that. Why did I not pass? Why did I not pass? No, course starts on the 22nd of November. I've had to do some pre-course stuff. I had to do like a little assessment thing, sort of see what my level was at in terms of knowledge base and things, but other than that, it's been pretty straightforward. We're off. Right, I can pass on these things now. So yeah, got a little while to go, yeah. It was supposed to be the 1st of November, but by the time I got the documents and stuff into them, it ended up getting pushed back 3 weeks, so... Which is fine. Totally fine. But yeah, I've not done Astrologian, Sam. I've got my Scholar to level 80. But I just found it so stressful healing. I mean, I'm tanking quite a lot now with this Gunbreaker, because I really like Gunbreaker. But I find it less stressful than healing. For some reason. Maybe if I do the later dungeons and raids, I wouldn't feel so good about this, but yeah. I'm off. Can't attack for shit. I mean, I've only started it, like, I only started in the last 6 months. And I just, I've quite enjoyed, I think it's just because I've been Gunbreaker. I mean, I've done a little bit of, what did I do before? Like Marauder or something? Or Gladiator, I can't remember, but I didn't enjoy it that much. But Gunbreaker, Gunblades, mate. Bring a Gunblade into the equation. It's like, just has to happen, doesn't it? I kind of thought Gunbreaker might be like a DPS class, but I can see they've done well making it a tanking class. It's pretty good. It's been a while since I've played, so I'm trying to get used to all the shit again. Oh man, that hit me. Thought he might kill me, to be honest. Got away with it. Meh, my phone's in way. How are you finding Heaven's Ward so far, Sam? I don't know how far you're actually through the story, but... or what level you're actually at. I think Bark is actually on Heaven's Ward. Or Stormblood, can't remember. Like, how far are you through Heaven's Ward? Are you enjoying it? Hey, it's shiny, lad. You're on Heaven's Ward. I did think that, but then I just questioned myself. I think it's been a while since you played in it. Yeah, Heaven's Ward story is really good. But Shadowbringers is even better. Nice. How's it going, Richard, mate? Eat a big boy. Whoops, missed that. Level 55 in the quest. Oh, it's nice. So you're about halfway through Heaven's Ward then. In terms of the main Heaven's Ward stuff. Could murder a fry-up. Should just not bother trying to lose weight and stay a big fatty. Mate, it's killer, isn't it? Absolute killer. How long you been, like, dieting and stuff? Oh, you big slag. Yeah, that's fair enough, Sam. But if you're on a level 55 quest, then yeah, it's Heaven's Word. Gotta lose 2 stone. It's a lot to lose, isn't it? I mean, I lost 2 stone whilst just being really ill. So I'm not really sure that counts. I feel like I've cheated. Well, that's great placement. I was hardly thin before. Yeah. I mean, for me, I was actually quite thin. So I've gone back down to sort of like what I was like 5 years ago, roughly. And then I just put on loads of weight. Probably just through having too big food portions and stuff, like. Because of Jackie's good cooking. Not that I'm blaming her. Of course. $240. Ah, well, that'll do it, yeah. You just have it for the sake of it. Keeps you occupied as well, doesn't it? Working from home's, like, brutal for that sort of stuff. Pies of Stella, yep. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. That would do it. Yeah, pound. I thought you were saying pounds. Okay, I just got everything. And I got accommodation, woo! Miserable bastards. They're all in a party together, I'm sure. Oh. We're currently waiting to see if Jackie's going to get taxed a shit ton from the new job. If she doesn't, then I'll be able to send you that money over sooner. Richard. It's weird calling you Richard. Shiny. Shiny. Right. I am going to start what I said I was going to start. Shadowbringers. So Shadowbringers, the last expansion for this game. We're going to go through the story all over again. And then we're all caught up, ready for Endwalker. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to do it as a tank. So it should be good. It should be good fun. Yeah, I know, mate, I know. And just so you know, the Pixel 6 that I have on order, Jackie ordered me it, and it's buy now, pay later, 6 months. Hence why I've not paid anything on it yet. Which is very good. Curries, you see. On the Google store, it's pay outright or pay over 12 months. Whereas Curries, buy now, pay later. Sorted. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I love a Pixel, mate. And I'm on a 2-year-old phone. Which the 4XL is now. And battery life is a pain in the arse on it. Quite often. It's a nice phone though. I mean, it's a good phone. I wouldn't be surprised though. Like you say, I wouldn't be surprised if I get it and then I don't feel like I've really got much of an upgrade. Because all phones are just so good now. I really want a foldable. I really want a foldable. I really want the Duo too, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I saw you say you don't like it. I actually really like it. I think the thing is, like Android 12, depending on what you get, phone-wise, Android 12 is very, very different. It only looks like that on a Pixel. Oh. Or at least it only looks that, you know. Yeah. I quite like phones. I think they're getting to the point where I actually like them more again. Because I never really liked Android as it was before. I've never really liked Android that much. Never really liked iPhones that much. Obviously, I was all about Windows Phone. And Windows Phone was bold and bright and whatever. So I'm actually quite happy that the UI on Android has gone that sort of direction. Path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and Sons not added their numbers to the party. What? Checking on the rocks, appearance, nook and cranny still. It sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Then we better go and give him a hand. Realme GT Master. Hey, that looks quite nice, actually. That does look quite nice. I mean, the thing is, Greg, I mean, do any of us really need any new phone? We don't. We don't need it. Tomorrow is Duo 2 Day! Mate, I'm happy for you. I'm jealous, but I'm happy for you. I so want to try the Duo 2. Even though I know it's Microsoft, I know every time I get hooked on something Microsoft, it ends up ballsing up at some stage, other than Xbox anyway. Xbox is the only thing they seem to have done right in that respect, but kills me. My thoughts, exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. Ooh, this mysterious voice. And the sooner we can work it out to help our friends. Yeah, so the friends, like, throughout the end of Stormblood, like, each, like, character started to collapse and go into, like, a coma. So all of the friends that we have are in comas now. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's exactly that. Start to focus on dual screen or foldable. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I've sort of lost the interest in regular phones more so, and I just want something different. But like I say, Richard, if you're in front of a PC all day, then you've not got that much need for a fancy phone, have you? You're at home, you've got your chargers. It's not like you need something that's doing everything for you while you're out and about. Yeah, that's true. But I suppose at least it gets bundled in with the overall sort of Surface takings, you know? I really wish they'd stuck with Windows Phone. I keep saying, I know it doesn't make any fucking difference, but I'm just still pissed. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silvertier waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. We're off. We're off. I mean, the Duo seems a little bit more enterprisey anyway. I mean, it's not really general consumer thingy, is it? I know they've sort of pushed it more to consumers with the Duo 2. In sort of putting camera systems and all that sort of stuff in, but... yeah. Had a lot of fun with that 15-20 those days last week. Yeah. Bam bam! There we go. Yeah, I really want a foldable. I just don't want to go Samsung. That's the thing. I'm not really into Samsung. Like, every Samsung I've had has been just not an experience I've enjoyed or an utter disaster. Other than the Note 4, but that's going back a long time. It's going back a hell of a long time. Speak with Totaro in the Circus Trench. Yeah, I could get a 1520 right now for 70 quid. And it's the European version. And it's in perfect nick. But I don't have 70 quid, so... I've got people to pay off first. Oh, we got voice acting.
Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
A pile of what?
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We found bugger all.
I found bugger all. Stay away from my turnips!
Figs! Wedge!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions.
The
Jesse's wanted
Scions.
to chief for some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Cool.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thrice, yes.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
Okay. That it?
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you
Okay.
can squeeze in there, Wedge?
Haha.
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Go on, Tataru.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Here we go. What is it?
Sorry, I
Ooh.
meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in.
Oh yeah, well, could have told me that earlier.
What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
What is
isn't
it?
that the ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Oh, hello.
Now I have you.
You
That sounds ominous.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Well, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Okay. We're off, apparently. I've got to try and remember this stuff. It's been a while. I'm being taken somewhere.
Do not look at me so.
Yeah. Oh, chiffon.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Okay. Suppose these are all spoilers for Sam. You probably didn't want to watch this.
Your time has not yet come.
Oh, not yet. Oh boy. There we go then. Bitcoin is going up. Oh, I wish I had the money to invest in something like that.
From endless dreams I awake. Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Very strange place. This guy again.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Oh, so you've actually got some, Greg. Oh, you've got bugger all. What do you mean this time of night? It's daytime.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time.
I'm being serious.
And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply.
So it's always daytime. Kind of weird.
Bleeding years ago, that's when.
There's been no darkness for 100 years. Cool. Be a nightmare getting any sleep, wouldn't it?
You got that look there.
Oh, enjoy, Richard. Enjoy, mate.
You almost think you meant it.
Thanks for stopping in, though, man. I appreciate it. I know I don't get on very often these days.
Two you did thee. Poor beggar. That is
Take it easy, though, dude. It's up to 65k. It's crazy, isn't it?
well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east.
Take it easy, shiny lad.
To the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. It's the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Crystarium. Oh, we could see that to the left then. There it is.
Heights it rises. The gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy.
Crystal Tower.
There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light. The pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
It's not the same Crystal Tower that we know, though. A little bit. Speak with Tataru done. Head to the Crystarium. Here we go.
Halt!
Here we go. Oh. Who's she?
place in this city, I know. Yours, I do not.
I am stranger.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail? Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists. Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin, but instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
There's your dancer right there, Sam. Dancers can be badass too.
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
All good, Sam, mate. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Always good to chat. It's been a while. But yeah, I'll have some videos up for the Pixel over on Grounded Tech from next week. Fingers crossed I can get a Duo 2 at some point, man. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on that Duo 2, man, but have a good day.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
Yeah, you hit it. Killed it with one blow.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort her to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known.
A mysterious friend.
I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
I hope so. I'm gonna make this camera just a little bit smaller, I think. Just so everyone can see the chat okay.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Where am I? How did I get here? What the fuck is going on? Bunny ears, yeah, Vieira.
Right then. Before
The race is called Vieira.
Let me first thank you for answering my summons.
I didn't really answer
I
them.
had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you are still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
So we've all been brought from the source to the first. It's difficult to keep track of, Greg, because basically the source is the world that we're from, but it was also sort of replicated into other worlds, so there's like 12, I think it is, altogether, something like that. So we're now in the first. This guy sort of brought us here, or at least brought our souls here. Our bodies are actually still... I don't know if their bodies are just still there, and my characters are still here. It's all here. I can't remember now. It's complicated. But basically we're on a different world. But most people don't know that there's these reflections.
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you.
Okay.
Let us begin with the glaring skies up above. Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost.
Can you hear the voiceover easy enough, Greg?
And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters.
Sin Eaters. So that monster that popped up was a Sin Eater. Slightly. So not great.
It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes.
I'm the greatest of heroes.
World of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
Yeah, you should be able to hear me fine. I'm just asking if you hear the game fine. It will be quieter though.
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Okay. I'll adjust the volume in the game then shortly. I love the art style of this game. Just everything they did with this game, this expansion was amazing. Just looks stunning. Yeah. I'll adjust it. I've had to make some adjustments to audio since I changed headsets again. And I think because I've changed, it's just like messed everything up.
The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself.
As soon as I get out of the cutscene, I'll adjust it.
Defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
The Crystarium. So this is the starting point in Shadowbringers. How's that now, Greg? A full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation will be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. Yeah, so my whole body is here. Whereas it could only bring the souls of the other people. After you have done so, walk up the steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to right in the crystalline mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catalyst. One of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him in his cabinet of curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps. Take the exit on the left. Simply continue straight along down until you've come along to the large doors at the end of the path. Cool. Third and final person I'd like to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. Cool. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. Crystal clear. Nah, get it? Crystal. Ha! Very good. I concede the layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. Basically, it's not designed very well. Work it out. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discover during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars. Will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering in too deeply into that particular mystery. Wow. Okay. Interesting. When you finish making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the centre of town. Until then. Cheers, mate. Aetheryte. Hey, Aditya. Bit weird calling me eggs again, isn't it? I've just changed it around a little bit, yeah. Got the camera position and stuff a little bit better. I ran with the green screen last time, but I don't really like the green screen so much. How are you feeling, man? Oh, mate. Maybe I should just start using Ricey in my videos rather than Dan. Maybe I'd be a little bit more of a talking point as well. you know? Edith is at home. He's not very well today. New to the city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Really? Welcome. My name is Bragi and I'm master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for V's such as yourself, so finding something your size shouldn't be a problem. You say V's? I'm actually a Vieira, thank you very much. That's how I identify. Must be a dialect I'm not familiar with. Bigot! Anyway. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See those two in front of us? The shorter one is a hume. And the taller one is an elf. Sturdy individual over there is a galgent. Whilst the other one with the horns is a drawn. It's too much. Then you have the large, scaly chaps with long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zun. They call them different things. They're Amalja, those ones in the source. It's confusing. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. The same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they've floundered over the simplest things. Years. He had 2 teeth removed. But not to worry, should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Your exchange with Bragi has taught you about the peoples of the First. Woo! How delightful. It's Catless, not Katniss. This is not Hunger Games. Hey guys, Ricey here. See? Simple as that. Forestworth, he chose to find sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Yay! Safer and more civilized too, thanks to us in the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Yeah, they probably didn't, Greg. I'd hope not. Just don't go thinking it'll be all handed to you on a plate like those Yulmoran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Yeah, that's right. Who are these Yulmorans? I have no idea. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labour, you don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Tylenol. And ibuprofen. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him. And any friends of his is a friend of ours. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence. Pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base. Desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. That's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. What must I alternate? Sorry? What have I missed? Oh, the ibuprofen and Tylenol, yeah. Well, yeah, because that way you can sort of keep coverage better. And not have times where you're sort of in more pain. You had 2 bad molars, damn. I've got 1 bad molar on each side at the minute. Need to get them seen, but appointments here are a nightmare. The city's stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the exile looks exactly the same as he did back then. Ah, he is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you come or to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had the chance to settle in. Okay. Just ask for Callus, and I'll find you a niche here in this crystalline mine. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Yes, Adichie, but there's NHS subsidies. So people that are on NHS for opticians appointments and dentistry. So when it comes to like opticians, if you're on any sort of benefits, other than disability benefit, then you get like free eye tests, you get help towards glasses, that sort of thing. And glasses here are quite cheap anyway. So when it comes to optics, it's not very expensive compared to a lot of places. Dentists, still expensive either way. And you can't just sort of go, they only accept so many NHS patients. And there's far many more people that want to be NHS patients than there are places for them. So dentistry is a little bit of a mess here, really. And it costs a lot. Your insurance will kick in November 1st, yeah. So we don't really have insurance for, I mean, you can get it, but most people don't get insurance for stuff like that. I can't jump over. So where the hell? Oh, it's underground. That's why. Kid you not, privatization of medical service is possibly one of the scummiest things mankind has done. I don't really think it's like one of the scummiest things. I mean, at the end of the day, people need to be paid. I think there needs to be a balance, really. Like, the NHS is handy for people because it's free at the point of service, you know? But at the same time, then you're waiting longer and you take longer to actually get seen for anything because of money and whatever else. Whereas if I went private, see, if I'd have gone private for my surgery last year, I'd have got it done straight away. I had to wait, you know, nearly 18 months to get my surgery done. Wouldn't have been that long, but I still could have got it done a lot quicker privately. So there's trade-offs either way. Oh, I mean, over where you are, Greg, I mean the US, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, I'm grateful we've got the NHS, but you know, there's a lot of downsides to it. excuse me, miss, you recently come to the city, perchance. I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and, well, ahem. Yeah, you're paying taxes, but at the end of the day, those taxes aren't a lot. You know? No. No, I know what you mean, Aditya. I mean, at the end of the day, it's... It'd be nice if everybody could be seen and whatever else, and everything was free, but... Like anything, things have to be paid for. You know? You have to have a system of paying people. Yeah, I mean it's handy, Greg. I mean, you know, for I think for poorer people, it helps a lot. It does help a hell of a lot. But then also a lot of people die because they don't get the treatment in time. So it's a very tricky balancing act. It's just that's why I think it's actually better to have a system that's a little bit more. You know, you've got the NHS side of things where it's free at point of contact, but then for people that are actually earning very, very good wages and stuff, they have options of getting a private plan and going private. Oh yeah, there's only going to be more sick people. Definitely. It's not a profession I'd want to be in, personally, but that's me. You know, there's not really many things that I'd want to be in. Let's skip that, because it doesn't really matter much. Did it tend to knock you out a bit? I mean, the systems we've got nowadays, you know, whether it's private or social healthcare, you know, they're the best systems we've ever had in the history of the human race. So, you know, it's not perfect, and nothing ever is, but we're very lucky to sort of live when we do, compared to previous generations. I think that's always one thing you have to sort of get in perspective a little bit. There was one point in time, not that long ago, when no fucker would have got healthcare. You'd have just been left to die. So, you know, it's perspective, let's say. Take a hit of the steam vaporizer, my sinuses need the help. Ooh. So the thing is, I've got really bad allergies, but my nose isn't blocking up. I've just got a slightly runny nose and it itches. It just gets itchy and twitchy and I sneeze. Ba 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 ba. As I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain, explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. Just like that then. Then Grahatir is... I am not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? Haha, yeah, sure. Whatever. An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it's best to be focused on the present. Yeah, I've got your card, mate. Got your number. You go to that dot once a year. So that's the thing, we can book an appointment with the doctor and if we need it, and it's free. It doesn't cost us to do that. As Aditya says, we pay for it in our taxes and stuff. Or more through like national insurance. I like this room. This room's nice.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard.
Yeah, I know, Greg, I know. I don't know how people in the US actually cope with medical fees and stuff. It's just a nightmare.
I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon...
I'm pretty sure I'd be dead.
...cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind.
Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'd have got my treatment quicker and actually mitigated the issues a lot faster and not had to go through years of being out of work and all that sort of stuff. Maybe that's the difference. It would have cost me a lot more, but I'd actually be in a better position. Depends on the person, I guess.
Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions.
I am.
To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted.
So each of my friends, like, went into a coma, like, throughout the end of Stormblood. So there was lots of hours between each of those, so... A single hour is an entire year, so they've been here for ages. Like, compared to me. It's crazy.
That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence. And thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
Oh, that just happens to be fortunate, doesn't it? For me going back and forth.
As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year.
Bloody hell. They've been here ages.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
So my friends are stranded in the first. They can't go back to the source. I can travel back and forth, because I've been brought here whole. But they're stuck. What have they been doing all this time?
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift.
You probably lose £20. It's not always a bad thing.
In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass.
Oh dear.
In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source.
Oh dear.
This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes.
Oh dear. Well, that's no good.
Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Ah!
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events.
That character's cute. I made it cute.
And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
Of course. For the moment.
Excellent. You will not regret this. With that
Well,
we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road.
I'm ready for the road, damn you.
Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Okay. This music makes me fall to sleep, it's so good. Don't have to worry about that. Gotta follow him around, man. I think that knee's moving a bit. That's better. Why are you getting so sweaty, man? Have you got a fever or something? Let's go, Greg. Let's go. Yeah, I'm getting drowsy as well. I need some food soon, I think. Got some lovely Yorkshire ham in that I want to eat. This music's so nice.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here.
Oh, man. I can't wait to get my Spotify subscription back.
Yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
It's like... just to chill to it. It's just so nice to play it on a night time when you go into sleep. And you just drop off. So good. That's the one thing I miss about not having a decent pair of earbuds. Is being able to just fall asleep, listen to music. Do you think it could be COVID or Oditra?
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal.
I added some to my, if I just switch back to here. I added some to my, wish list on Amazon. Because, Sam recommended some to me earlier. Which is because he's using these ones, and he recommended those. So... I'm going to pick them up, because they're only like 20 quid. I mean, 20 quid's a bargain. So that's what I'm going to get. For now, anyway. For now. The actual ones that I want, I'll just quickly show you as well. Wish list. See all. So those. Have I still got chroma key on this? I think I've still got a chroma key on it. I have. No wonder you can't see like the yellows and stuff as well, and the greens. But there. So they're the Moondrop Katos. I think Aditya's already seen these, to be fair. But I right fancy them. But they're £189, so they're really expensive. Yeah, Greg. I forgot you got them through that. So I want to get a decent pair of IEMs that I will use with this, of course, with the Pixel 6. Because I want to do a video. I'm going to do a video on the Pixel 6 and do like my favourite accessories. So I'm planning on having that in there, as well as a decent pair of IEMs, and then like a case, a couple of cases, screen protector, that sort of thing. And maybe even my actual headphones, which are these. These are the PLT Batbeat Pro 2s. And they're pretty good. I'm going to be interested. I don't know what the codecs are on the new Pixel. I don't know what audio codecs are on there, so I'll be interested to see if it's got like aptX HD and stuff. Which, from what I've read before, I think it has. So that'd be good. Your next exam's in 2 weeks' time. You'll be fine, dude. You'll get over it in time, I'm sure. In terms of my... So this is what I've got. This is what I'm actually ordering for the Pixel. You can see that alright? So, Caseology Vault case and the SnapFit screen protector and a Ring Fusion case as well. But the Ring Fusion one's translucent, but it's a matte finish on the back instead of clear. So it'll be a little bit grippier and stuff. So I'm going to have all these here in time for when the Pixel 6 comes. Pixel 6 should be here on Wednesday. On release day. But what I'm planning on doing is doing a stream Wednesday night. Just going over Pixel 6 and all that sort of stuff. And the stuff that I've got for it. But I also want to talk a little bit about the other stuff that's been announced. So we can even talk about the Xperia event. At least actually, it's the Xperia event before then, I think it is. So we can talk about whatever they announced at the Xperia event, whatever they announced at the Samsung event today, and then the Apple stuff, and we could just make fun of the notch a little bit. Fuck you, Matt. So I'm planning on that being my first sort of tech stream on my Grounded Tech channel, where we just chat. We'll just see how it goes. I mean, you know, I don't really have loads to talk about, but I'd like to talk about that a little bit. And I want to try and make it a regular stream, but I don't see it actually happening for a while anyway, until I have sort of more to talk about. So yeah, that's the plan for next week. Even though I'm going to be getting the Pixel 6 on the Wednesday, unless it comes really early in the day, I will likely not start using it until Thursday because of what I want to do video-wise. Because I have a plan. I have a plan for what I want to do. So yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to using this rhodium though. I haven't actually taken it out of the box yet. I haven't taken it out. I will at some point, but I kind of feel like, yeah, it'll get there. It'll get there. How's it going, Matt? Are you alright, bud? Got my support. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, I'm going to try and stream next Wednesday on Pixel release day at probably around 7 or 8 o'clock PM. And we'll just chat.
As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil. A word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here.
Am I gaming? What, now? Or then? Then it'll just be on Grounded Tech, so there's no gaming that goes on Grounded Tech.
And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice.
It'll be more a sort of TK Saturday stream sort of thing. A Lenovo Legion. Lenovo Legion's nice. Oh, they usually are. What spec did you get? Oh, is it a laptop or is it the actual phone? Oh, that's the phone. Shit. I keep forgetting they make a phone. So it's their gaming phone, right?
From what your story tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here. Not to matter.
90 watt. Whew. Wow. Yeah. Sorry, I always associate Lenovo Legion. When I see Lenovo Legion, I just think laptops. Because they make some really good gaming laptops. 5,000 milliamp hour. Bloody hell. So Aditi, you settled on it then, yeah? 5 Mark II. I mean, if I go on eBay now, right? If I go on eBay now, here in the UK, Xperia 5 II. Yeah, there's a few going for like 500, 455, 400, 400 pre-owned. light scuffs on the back. But if you case it up, you're not going to see it anyway. Oh. No way. Oh, it's smashed to bits. No wonder it's so cheap. Yeah, I'm not getting that. There was a guy selling one for £300 on O2. I was like, oh my god. I'm on O2. But it's scuffed to all shit. Like, it's awful. So yeah, that's a no. 5,000's nice. I've got the Pixel 6 on order, Matt. It's ironic, isn't it, Aditya, that the Pixel 6 they've come out with a Pixel 6 Pro that literally gives you no Pro features. What does the Pixel 6 Pro give you over the standard Pixel 6 that's Pro? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It barely gives you anything for £250 more. It's great for the enthusiasts that want a massive phone and want to have the best whatever, but it's not going to make a difference to them. The zoom lens, 4x, that's nice, but as I've already said, you can probably do 4x on a standard Pixel 6 with the 2x crop and the super resolution zoom, whatever the fuck they call it. That'll still look pretty nice. It's not going to be... It's just not worth the difference. It's not worth the difference. I know I said this on the stream last night when we were streaming the event, but you just don't need it. The Pro is just not worth the money. Have you seen how it is on the top of it as well? I know Jermaine tweeted about it, but like the top of it, like you've got the metal band, obviously the steel sort of band that goes around the side, but then they've got like a coloured bit on the top of that band because of the antennas. It looks awful. It genuinely looks awful. Unless you get the black one. But it looks awful. To be honest, if you get a Pro, it's got to be the black one. The black one just looks great.
Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower.
What made you get that then, Matt? I know you're into your gaming phones. I don't know what games you play generally.
Some of which may be familiar to you.
I kind of feel like I need to get a gaming phone at some stage. Just because I want to cover games more so as well. Or gaming performance, at least. And I'd like to be able to stream mobile games every so often. Holy shit, this guy's selling ROG phones.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world. Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
My dear Feo Ul,
Okay.
paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most.
But yeah,
vital
Aditya,
task.
I completely agree, man. I'm very worried. I am very, very worried that I'm gonna... I'm gonna get this Pixel 6, and I'm not gonna find it really much of an upgrade over a Pixel 4 XL. Because the 4 XL has still got some great specs. And as Juan showed, Android 12's given it a bit of a performance boost as well. So you've got a bit of a performance boost already. A55's still cracking. You've got the Pixel Visual Core in there as well, which just makes it brilliant for photo stuff and whatnot. It's still got all the features. I'm going to be going from a 1440p screen down to a 1080p. Both 90Hz, but that's fine. I'm going to have a hole punch on the Pixel 6, whereas this has got a full screen. Charging speeds are better. Battery life's going to be a lot better. But in terms of general experience, especially when I'm at home so much, am I really going to notice much of a difference? So that's what I'm going to be testing out. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how things go. Really interesting. Really, really interesting. It could result in me eventually, you know, within a few months, if I sort of feel like I've not really had much of an upgrade and I'm still missing having something like an Xperia. I could end up back with an Xperia. I mean, Xperia 1.3, I can get it at Very. They're doing 12 months buy now, pay later on that as well. So there's a good chance that I could end up back with an Xperia in a few months, you know? Oh no, Aditya. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know... You should know me by now. I am honest with these things. So, we'll see how things go. The battery life alone might be enough to sort of keep me on board, because the battery life on this is the most annoying thing. I will have to sort of see what the difference is in terms of the cameras and just the overall performance as well. I want to start rendering videos on my phone, a bit like how Juan does it. I want to do more of that, rather than just doing it on my laptop. It's partly why I wanted the Surface Duo 2, to have that sort of more, you know, more screen real estate and whatnot. But then the Xperia would be great for that as well, because you've got that really accurate, really colour accurate 4K display. And that's great for editing on. It's really good. So, you know, I'll have to sort of see how it goes. If, I could end up keeping the 6 and selling the 4XL, getting the money back for that, and then getting an Xperia as well. And then have the Xperia 1.3 and a Pixel 6. That'd be quite the combo, I think, actually. They're really good. But, you know, we'd be getting in a few months' time. We're getting into next year. And getting something like an Xperia 1.3, when you're starting to get the next generation of chipsets and everything else coming out, it makes an Xperia so difficult. I just wish they wouldn't release them so late in the year. If you know what I mean. I've got no problem with 1080p, but I do notice a difference between 1080p and 1440. Just a clear difference. Whether it's gaming on a monitor or on my laptop screen or on a phone, I can tell the difference between 1080p and 1440p. A lot of people can't. But I see fucking everything, which annoys the hell out of me. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that I've got very good eyesight and I can see things. But still. Annoying as shit when it comes to that sort of thing.
This fine lady is a friend from a distant realm.
Ooh.
And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from her home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you?
I wouldn't call it bad, Greg, but it... When you're at home on Wi-Fi, it's not so bad. And Android 12 has definitely improved things. But when you're out and about, and if you start using the cameras quite a bit and everything else, you can tank it pretty quick. I mean, I don't run like really high brightness on my phones either. I tend to be like 50% or under. I tend to be around 40% brightness most of the time. But yeah, Aditya, you can guarantee, mate, I'll be speaking my mind on things. That's what I intend to do with the YouTube channel. I'm not sort of playing games that people play and going for these fucking, really baity sort of video titles. I can't be doing with it. Don't get me wrong, I want to do well with YouTube, but I'm not gonna sort of play into that stuff. You might get a really weird and wacky thumbnail at some point, but in terms of you know, the content itself, it's going to be fairly straightforward. There will be opinion pieces quite often. Because I feel like it's a good way of sort of padding things out, especially when you're not getting like...
Brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do.
When you're not getting new hardware all the time, like a lot of the channels are. I mean, I see people that are growing quite quickly on YouTube, but they're buying new hardware like every week. And they're selling it within a couple of days and doing a review. A review within 2 days of owning a device? Like... who's gonna believe that? People might subscribe to them to start with, but as soon as they see that they're doing that sort of thing, they're gonna think, well, how can I take this review seriously? And they're just gonna go and watch somebody else.
After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your
It's more
nails?
Scottish.
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand.
I mean, that's one of the main reasons for owning a Pixel, is because the camera's just so good for the auto. The auto camera's just... you can't beat it. You really can't. For every situation, it works well. And if the processing, you know, the computational side of things is a little bit too much, you can tone it down in editing quite quickly. I still prefer the color accuracy of a Sony and the natural look of a Sony Xperia, but a Pixel just covers all bases, whereas an Xperia doesn't really, in my opinion. No, I agree, Adichie, but you know it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's one of these things where I think, you know, I can understand why people do it when there's money involved as well, because people want to be successful, but for me it comes down to principle, and I feel I am a principled person. I have lost out on money because of that through streaming and deals and whatever else because of my principles. I am not going to throw it away just for YouTube. Put it that way. And YouTube can do what it wants. You know, I'm just going to stick to making the content that I want to make. And even if it ends up with me being having a small community, that community will know that I am genuine with what I'm saying and that they can believe what I'm saying. That's how I did it with streaming. That's how I intend to do it with YouTube as well. You know, we had this thing on Twitter yesterday with this dual embargo thing. And, you know, one particular YouTuber, a very large YouTuber, is now saying that dual embargo that Google put forth was ridiculous, blah, 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 and that they weren't partaking in it. Which is all well and good. But said YouTuber could have done this a long time ago. They could have done it months ago. They could have done it with Samsung or Apple. But they didn't. They didn't. They chose Google. Why is that? Is it because the Pixel doesn't really add a lot to their viewership and the intake that they get? Does that then send a message to Samsung and Apple that they won't be doing that sort of thing? They don't have to be as confrontational? It did bring it up in that video, yeah. Yeah, it did. But that wasn't that long ago. You know? So I'm not buying it. It's all well and good for him to now do it and take a stance now, because he's not taking much of a hit when it comes to Google Pixel. It makes him look like the good guy. It's a win-win. I can see why he's done it. That's just the cynic in me is seeing it that way. I mean, great. Somebody had to eventually, but it should have happened sooner. Should have happened a lot sooner. These guys have got so many subs. They're getting so much money. They could get the device at some point later if they really wanted to be honest and principled about it, but they left it till this point. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Exactly that. Exactly that. And these dual embargoes have been around for a while. You know? I just... MKBHD, Mr. Who's the Boss, and so many others. So many others that are very large. And that are earning plenty of money. Plenty of money. Could have taken a stance on this ages ago. They didn't want to. Because it makes them more money. They're the ones that benefit at the end of the day. They benefit. Do you think they'd have taken that stand with Samsung? Or Apple? I don't. They might now. But Samsung might not. Samsung, Apple... Well, Apple will anyway, but Samsung maybe might approach them differently next time round. Because they've seen what stance they've taken with Google. Less of a knockback sort of thing. Yeah, I've watched Joshua Vergara's video. I watched the MKBHD and the studio one, but they're all the same because obviously they can't show much. I think Techspert was the one that everyone was complaining about because he showed a lot more than everybody else, which apparently he wasn't supposed to do. So yeah. But that's another conversation, isn't it? I'm not rushing to get content out, you know? I know me getting content out really quickly and everything.
We are bound now, dearest sapling.
Me getting content out as quickly as I can and whatever else is going to help me in terms of getting viewership and stuff. But I'm not doing it. I've got a game plan. I know what I want to make, what I want to do on the first day. And actually, if I get the phone late on Wednesday, I'm not even going to use the phone until Thursday. Because of the type of video I want to make. Sure, I could get it out and fucking... and do everything I could with it and do, oh, look at my first impressions and this is it, this is the software and there's some camera samples and whatever. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I want to do one video on a full day when I've got the phone. That's what I want to do. And then I'll do some other videos after that once I've decided exactly what I'm doing. I'm not playing the game. I'm just not. I like Chris, don't get me wrong. I think Chris is great. But apparently he showed more of the software and functions than he should have done. That's where I've seen people complaining about on Twitter. Even techies complaining about it on Twitter. Even people that work with MKBHD have complained about it. But he's great. I love his banter and the way he talks and everything. It's great. I mean, I would. I'm a Brit, so you know. You tend to, don't you? He's got away with words.
Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Jesus.
Mayhap
Eager.
a message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Got a bit to Taru.
Consider it done.
I know I get a bit ranty about these things, Aditya. I'm not having a go at you or anybody or anything. I'm just, you know, saying it how I see it, and I'm just gonna do things how I want to do them. I'm not gonna chase, you know, I've got a fucking career in IT possibly on the horizon, and I'm not gonna be trying to do full-time YouTube or anything like that. I want to do it to enjoy it and put out content that I feel is relevant and that people can enjoy and actually feel that they're getting a genuine video. Like Juan, like TK. I don't want to just be part of the algorithm, you know. Yeah, exactly. I think he's aware. A lot of people tagged him on Twitter yesterday. So if he's done something wrong, he'll know. He hasn't taken his videos down, so I imagine not. But again, if he's decided to take a stand and be like, you know what, actually I'm going to show more. Or a little bit more, or whatever. He might decide to take a stand himself, I don't know. Yeah. Same with, is it ASBYT or whatever his name is? I don't know how to say his name. He released his video yesterday, an hour before the event started. He got the times wrong. And everybody was complaining about that because he broke the embargo. But, you know, people make mistakes like that, and he took it down as soon as he realised. It's one of those things. They all act as though they've never made any fucking mistakes in life. Everybody does. I get that it's a big deal with these sorts of things, but... apes together, strong. Yeah, but people see it as a competition because, you know, you're competing for viewership, money, that sort of thing. I know so many people that are doing YouTube that are not that far ahead of me in terms of subscriptions and stuff, and I'm nowhere. I mean, I'm only just over 100 subs. That's nothing on YouTube. I know people that have got a few hundred subs that are like, just that all they're bothered about is the views. And getting something before everybody else and doing videos before everybody else because they want the views. That's not how to do YouTube. That's not how to do it. I can't take anybody that's like that seriously in terms of the content. I might find those people perfectly fine people to talk to and everything else, but I'm not going to find the content genuine. You know? That's just me.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium.
Yeah, exactly, Aditya.
Right, we were going to organise a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
I don't want to get into like a routine of doing like a set formula when it comes to like doing videos and things as well. I've got an idea for when I get a new device, which is what I want to do for the first time with the Pixel 6. I've got an idea of how I want to treat that and do like a day one video. But that's probably the only thing that I'll sort of get into a routine of doing as a regular thing when I get new devices. But new devices aren't going to come to me very often. I'm not going to be able to get new devices very easily or very regularly. So those sorts of videos aren't going to happen very much. So I've got to find other things to do. But I don't just want to do filler content, you know? I am not going to do a video about cases. Generally. Unless I had like a load of cases from a manufacturer there was actually for something that I was genuinely using that I actually want to use. I'm not going to buy cases for that sort of thing. I know it's sort of content that sort of gets views over time, but it's... I don't really have a lot of interest in that sort of thing. It's not really an accessory. I want genuine accessories, things that's actually going to be useful. I'd probably bundle the cases in with something else rather than giving them standalone videos, like I'm planning on doing with these cases that I'm getting for the Pixel 6. I'm just going to show them with the Pixel 6 when I show off the Pixel 6 and when I'm using it. And maybe give my thoughts on those cases during a live stream or something. But I'm not going to do standalone videos for a case. My god. I've never watched a video for a case. I don't know about you guys. I never have. Never will. I have no interest. No worries, Greg. There must be plenty of people watching them because people make them. So yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of good channels, you just have to find them. But it's difficult for people to find those channels. I was lucky. I mean, I was very lucky in the fact that I followed Juan back from the Windows Phone days. He was the only YouTuber I came across back then that was objective with these things and actually looked at things in a proper way. And as soon as I watched an MKBHD video or something else, I was like, well, that's not the experience I'm having, and that's not covering that in a fair way. So, yeah, that's how I found Juan, and he was the only tech YouTuber that I actually watched for a long, long time. But I sort of because I got into streaming, I sort of fell out of sync with the whole tech phone stuff on YouTube. I mean, I didn't even have a new phone for many years. I had a Pixel 2 XL and didn't really do a lot. You like seeing people freak out over cases, especially the whole ones where there's like 5 to 10 different cases. I mean, that's pretty cool. If you're getting like a massive set of cases, and you can sort of go through them and sort of like go over like what's your favorite and why. I can see why that would be useful to some people, especially if you're getting like a set of 5 to 10 cases for a new phone like a Pixel 6. That can be good content. But I don't think I would ever... I don't think I'd ever buy cases to do that sort of thing. I'm not buying things that I'm not going to use. Put it that way. Yeah. All good, Greg. Yeah, I agree, mate. I don't hate on him. I think the production quality and everything's fantastic. He's obviously doing something right. But I want to learn more at the same time, you know? I don't want to... You're talking about things that are just so sort of... unimportant in videos like that a lot of the time. It doesn't tell you a lot about the phone in regards to who it would be suitable for and the features and who... Like when they covered Xperia and when they covered LG, it always ended up being, oh, it's not as good as a Galaxy. It's not as good as the iPhone. You're like, but those phones are intended for the same people. Like, why... If you're reviewing cars, right? You wouldn't review a pickup truck the same way that you would review a hatchback, right? You wouldn't. You want me reviewing a fucking pickup truck 4x4 that's massive and go, it's good and it's got these features, and then skip a bunch of features and then say, but this hatchback is 10,000 cheaper and it's faster and it can fit into a garage easier and the insurance is less. This is just the music in the Crystarium. I don't know what the actual track is called on the Shadowbringers album. But it's the Crystarium music. If you Google it, actually if you search it on YouTube, search for Crystarium music, it should give you the actual track name on some of the videos as well. It's a good tune. Take me to my quarters. This music's better though. Me?
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
I can't remember his name now. Right? I think this is Ardbert anyway, but like the actor from Game of Thrones, who's the bastard son, I can't remember his name. The actor that plays that character, he does the voiceover for this. Yeah, I'll go to detail. We let nuance found as subtle differences which folks are still failing to see because they've been pandering. Exactly that. I will not be doing that. You know I won't. Even if my content is shit, which my videos probably will be, I don't know, but whatever. I'm still just gonna do things how I want to do them. And be as honest as I can. No worries, mate. I think I'm gonna get off anyway. And get some food and chill out. I've got so many fucking notifications.
Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source. And tried to hasten their goddamned ardor.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
I remember when we fell. Defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas. And returned our souls to the first. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. just faded away, leaving me to bear witness.
Sad times.
Do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
Long time.
A 100 years. 100 long years.
That's a long ass time.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges.
Bless him.
Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it.
How is it though?
Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light.
It's kind of
But do me
creepy.
a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Greg is back. Got a bunch of old phones. What old phones? Which phones do you have? That's the wrong crystal. I chose the right one. Right, you know what? I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go get some food. Apologies to Aditya, who might just pop back and not see me here, but... yeah, it's been fun hanging out and just chatting. I've got so much to do on this game. I just want to get caught up with the story again because a lot of it's out of my head now. It's been a couple of years. So, yeah, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Toodaloo.